Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano, and today I've got a very, very special package. Last Friday, I believe it was November 3rd, on Twitter, I won a contest that is hosted by Starlight, which is a great charity organization, which I'll talk to you in a little bit, and also voice actor Steven Stanton. Now, if you're not familiar with who Steven Stanton is, he was the voice of Admiral Raddus from Rogue One, the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi on Star Wars Rebels, AP5 the droid on so much more, Governor Tarkin on Star Wars Rebels. So he's a really cool voice actor tied into the Star Wars world. And what he's been doing is he's been trying to raise awareness for this charity group called Starlight. Now, what Starlight does is they're a charity that basically kind of brings comfort and joy to kids who are in the hospital. So imagine you've just been diagnosed with something either life-threatening or very serious, and you're going to be in the hospital for quite a while. What Starlight does is they set up those kids with opportunities to either maybe meet like a celebrity. Sometimes they have like video gaming stations just to make their stay easier for them and their family. Because one of the things they say on their website is, at the end of the day, kids are still kids. Whether they have some kind of disease or cancer or something like that, kids are still kids, and they deserve to have those cool experiences. So that is what Starlight does and what Starlight focuses on. So they take donations. You should definitely check out starlight.org, see if it's something you want to contribute to. But it's a really cool cause. And through that, on Twitter, Steven Stanton wants you to retweet, and you guys should definitely go follow him, but he wants you to retweet, and what he does is he'll randomly pick a winner. They have like a random picker. And what they do is they give away a signed Admiral Raddus action figure, which are hard to find anyways. I snagged some through the magic of the internet a couple months back, and I haven't done a review on it, and today's the day. Today is, you can tell by the thumbnail, I'm sure, but what you couldn't tell is all this extra stuff that came in. So I got a package. This is the package addressed from Mr. Steven Stanton. I already opened the top, and I saw what it was, and I was like, oh, never mind, I'm going to do this in a video. So I opened it already, but I don't fully know what's in here. So I want to show you guys. There's definitely a t-shirt. Awesome. And I've got an envelope. Cool. And I think that's it. I think the rest is stuffing so it doesn't get damaged. Okay, so I know for sure that there's an autographed Admiral Raddus action figure in here. Oh. It's wrapped in the t-shirt. Oh my goodness. Okay. So part of the conversation that I had with him, it was really cool because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I like doing voices here on the channel. One of my dreams, and I still might pursue this, even though I've got a decent career where I'm at. But one of my dreams has always been to be a voice actor. That's just my personal. I've done voices since I was a kid. It's something I've always really wanted to get into, and I just never really did. I took voice lessons from someone a couple years ago, and I never really followed up with it just because life got in the way. But for me to be able to spend that 25 minutes talking with a voice actor who not only was an established voice actor, but someone who voices characters in shows that I actually watch. It was very relevant. Like, I love Admiral Raddus. He's got to be my favorite character from all of Rogue One. I love AP5, which is what kind of got me started on this. He sent me a shirt with AP5. Oh, this is so cool. Let's see it. That is awesome. That is really awesome. It says AP5, a Rebels musical. That's so cool. So one of the questions I asked him when I was talking on the phone, and I said, did you actually sing the part when AP5 was at floating out in space on Star Wars Rebels? And he starts singing. It's one of the funniest, like, most random moments on the show, and I loved it. And so that was one of my first questions for him. I was like, Steven, you got to tell me, did you actually do the singing? And he did do the singing. He said he did do the singing. He didn't have music or set or anything, but he said he had to just kind of make up a song, and they scored it around him, around whatever song he came up with. So that's kind of a really cool and specific thing that he threw in there. I had no idea he was going to send a shirt, but the fact that there was an AP5 shirt with the musical, like, that is such a nice touch. So in the conversation, it was funny. I was actually buying a car. I had to buy a new car last week. So I'm sitting there, like, signing the paperwork, and it's taking hours, because that's what happens when you buy a new car. A Nissan Rogue, mind you, which is not because of Star Wars, but it is an odd coincidence that it's a Rogue, and that same car is, like, the Star Wars car in all the advertisements. So, odd coincidence? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Either way, I'm buying a Nissan Rogue, And I get the tweet message from him saying, "Congratulations, you've won. I've been trying to win this for months." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I'm like trying to buy a car. Like this is happening now." So I like messaged in the back and I said, "Is it okay if we move the phone call? Because I want a phone call. Is it okay if I move the phone call to either later tonight or tomorrow?" He said tomorrow wouldn't work because he was busy on that Saturday. So he was okay to move it for a few hours later in the night. So when I got home from buying the car, I rushed home, sent him my number, and I said, "Okay, this is my number. I'm ready to go whenever you are." I get in the phone call. I ask him first off about AP5 and just a bunch of questions, about just about what he does, like how he got into voice acting. One of the coolest parts about the conversation, during those couple hours between when I was buying the car and when I got home to actually take the call, Steven and his agent, I believe his name is Dutch, and there was another woman on the phone who I'm not sure who that was, but she would pipe in every once in a while. But they had watched my channel. They came here to the Dano channel and they at least checked out a couple videos. And because they asked me questions about my setup and they said, wow, they were really impressed by the room. So already the conversation started off really like comfortable. Like they knew who I was. They knew I lived out here in Las Vegas. They had an idea of who they were talking to. So it was really a cool, like comfortable conversation. And I did ask if I could record it and share it with you guys. And Steven requested that I not. He said, "No, we'd prefer you didn't because they want it to be more of a one-on-one intimate conversation." And believe me, it was. It really was. It's something that I'm glad that they said that because I got to just be more in the moment. It was less of like an interview. It was more just me like nerding out, which was really cool. So I want you guys to go follow Steven Stanton on Twitter. There's going to be a link down there. Follow Starlight and set your notifications up so you get notified on Twitter when he tweets. Because when he tweets those out, all you have to do is retweet and help spread the word about Starlight. And you're entered for a chance to win a signed Raddus. He's giving these away all the time. It's not every day, but at least every few days he'll try and give one away. I think lately it's been about once a week or so. But you can win your own Admiral Raddus figure, and it's signed, and even has a little sticker on here saying Steven Stanton. I'm going to show you guys close-ups because this is cool. I'm going to set up the shirt, too, so you guys can see what the shirt looks like up close. I'm just, like, super impressed with the... Oh! I lost everything! It wouldn't be a Dano Channel video if I didn't knock everything over, right? Either way, I was super impressed that... Or I am super impressed that he sent me an AP5 t-shirt. It's so specific to our conversation that this is such a cool gift. Like, that is a very personal gift because he knew I was so excited about this whole AP5 thing. But here's the figure. There's the signature, Steven Stanton. Authentic Steven Stanton signature, Admiral Raddus, ages 4 and up, Disney Hasbro. No, wait, where is it? There it is. No sad babies. And okay, this is the older figure. This is part of the Rogue One line. So there's our Death Trooper. I love that artwork. It's a painting. It's not like a Photoshop. That's like it looks like almost like an oil painting or something. But there's the figure in the card. And I'm not going to be opening this because it's signed by Admiral Raddus. There is a blurb here for the Studio Effects app. Now, during Rogue One, I would plug the heck out of this app, and I'd be like, you guys got to download it. And then they stopped supporting it. They quit updating it for a while, and the codes weren't working. Well, I have an update for you guys. Nearly all the codes work. I had one code, the Revolt on Jeddah, or Jeddah Revolt, whatever it was. That code did not work for me, but as of the other day, within the week, they've updated the Studio Effects app. There's new lightsaber effects. All those old codes work. So if you get a chance, watch some of my old Micro Machines videos where I'd get the code, or some of the action figure videos where I'd get the little blue code, and I'll show you one in this video. But go back and watch all of those and scan them with that Studio Effects app because there's some really cool stuff you can do with your toys. So it's kind of nice that I'm going to get into that again. But this is really cool. That's not all, though. During the conversation, he asked me if I had kids, so I told him about my sons, Nathan and Presley. And he actually got to speak, or Presley got to speak to him. Presley had come upstairs, and he's like, hey, I want to talk. So he spoke to Steven for a couple minutes, and I got to overhear Steven do Obi-Wan. He did a little bit of Tarkin, and I nerded out more than my son did, of course. But here's a nice photo of Steven, and you guys can see it very well. I'll show close-ups in a second. It says, Dan, Nathan, and Presley, the force is strong in your family. Steven Stanton. That's amazing. Oh my god. Oh, it's Raddus. Guys, I'm so excited for this. Oh my god. It says, Daniel, call up a Hammerhead Corvette, Admiral Raddus, signed Steven Stanton. Oh my god. I'm framing this. I am so framing this. Oh, another one. Another one. He signed another one. This one's for Nathan. Same thing. It says, call up a Hammerhead Corvette. And then he sent another one for my other son, Presley. That is so kind of him. There's more. There's more. There's more. Okay. Guys, this is cool. Okay, let's see what this is. Presley, may the force be with you, Steven Stanton. And it's a photo of Ben Kenobi. This one's for Nathan. Same thing. May the force be with you, Ben Kenobi. Now I've got another one saying Daniel. That's me. May the force be with you, Steven Stanton. As Ben... Oh, I almost lost it. As Ben Kenobi. So cool. And what is this one? Oh... That I didn't know he was the voice. So, at... I don't even know what park this is, to be honest. There's a Mystic Point. Is that Hong Kong? I think it might be Hong Kong Disneyland. I'm not 100% sure. But there's Mystic Point, and it's one of the Asian parks. Either Hong Kong or it's Shanghai, but I believe it's Hong Kong. It's like their haunted mansion, right? This is a character, and I guess he voices Lord Henry Mystic. It says, welcome to Mystic Manor. That is really cool. What? He was Doc? No way. It says, to Dan, be happy. Steven Stanton, and he voices Doc. I wonder if he voiced him in, like, the later cartoons. You know, sometimes they'd show up in, like, House of Mouse and stuff like that. Because I don't think, based on his age, he was the original Doc from the 20s. But he must have voiced Doc at some point. I have to look at the IMDb to be sure. This is way more... I thought I was just getting a figure that was signed. And I get all of these photos and, like... Guys, you guys gotta give Steven Stanton a follow. Go follow him on Twitter. Go help spread the word about Starlight. Oh my goodness. It's Raddus. It's Raddus. Okay, you guys gotta see close-ups of these pictures. I think from far away it doesn't really do it justice. So, here goes. See, there you go. It's a nice little... It says, Nathan, call up a Hammerhead Corvette. Love it. Okay, he sent me 3 of those. There's mine. And this is what the man looks like himself. And there's this, may the force is strong in your family. That is so cool. Oh, my goodness. And this is the Mystic Manor. A little up-close shot there. Welcome to Mystic Manor, Lord Henry Mystic. Oh, my goodness. And it's personalized. It's signed over to me. This. May the force be with you, Steve. I'm getting this framed. Not even kidding. I am getting this framed. And there again, there's 3 of them. One for me and the boys. And then the last one I'll show you, or last 2. Oh, here's another. This is Presley's Raddus one. And the last one is Doc. It says, to Dan, be happy. Steven Stanton. Or is that Doc? That's Happy. Why would I think it's Doc? He doesn't have the glasses, and it literally says, be happy. So he's happy. Okay, that makes a bit more sense, doesn't it? Alright, guys. Enough of me gushing over all this stuff. You guys came here for an action figure review. And though it's been a long video so far, I'm sure, we're going to get into this action figure review. I am so just like 100% jazzed about this whole thing right now. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. This is like just the shirt. This. Alright, guys, it's time to get into this unboxing. We already saw the outside, right? So yeah, let's... Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't read you the blurb. There's always a blurb. There's always a blurb. So let's do this. So here we go. Admiral Raddus was one of the earliest fleet officers of the Rebellion. When the Galactic Empire invaded the aquatic world of Mon Cala, Raddus led the Mon Calamari into battle. Oh, okay. What do you guys think of Raddus? Like, I don't care who you are. You had to have thought, I guess, that Raddus is like one of the coolest characters in all of Rogue One. I have a plan. Like, we have to fight. Like, he was the man for the fish, man. I don't know what you want to call it, but okay. I've wanted to open up this figure for months, and the timing just didn't work out with like me getting out recorded to where it was relevant still. I don't even know why I need to be difficult or delicate with this. I've got like, I don't know, 3 of these now. I had 2 because I wanted one to put on the wall and one to unbox in a video, but now I have one that's going to go on the wall. That's the one signed by Steven Stanton. Okay. I'm going to take this out, and then I'll show you guys the code. We'll look at his accessories. Okay, guys, here's some close-ups. There's the code. Use that with your Studio Effects app. Scan the screen. Pause it. Scan the screen. After this video, go back and watch all my old ones that have this code in it. But now, let's take a look at our figure. There he is. I love... the paint on the eyes is good. Heck, the paint on the mouth is decent. A little crackling there, but that's okay. I think it's supposed to be like that. I believe the mouth does open and close a bit. Oh, the head goes forward and goes back. So you can see inside his mouth. That is really cool. The little details. Look at the ribbing on the top there. Oh my god. Did you know he keeps his data pad right there in front of his BizWiz? That's so cool. Alright, there's the figure. I mean, it's a very, very basic figure. It doesn't need to be too much. But it looks like the sculpt on this thing is perfect. He looks just like Raddus. Like, the shape of him, everything is, like, perfect. His little boots got a gloss, while the pants don't have a gloss. He comes with a blaster. It looks like a regular, like, rifle. Almost like an E11, but not quite. But there it is, his little Star Wars blaster. And it comes with one of these accessories, which I didn't love about the Rogue One line of toys, that they came with these weird accessories that weren't in the movie. But this one actually doesn't look terrible. I mean, it does with the big red shooty stuff, but it does shoot. See if I can... Yep, there you go. Got it to shoot. I'm not going to test how far it shoots, but it is... I mean, it doesn't look too off. Something like that looks like you might see that in Star Wars. Same, this is a perfect blaster to give him. Notice there's no Force Link or anything, because this is before Force Link. But he is a good-looking figure. I need to build like a diorama or something, or the chair that he sits in on the Profundity, which is his ship. I love it. I love it so much. This is such a good figure. So, they're not super easy to find. There are a couple stores online that do have them. You will not find this figure in stores. It never really hit stores, and it's never really going to hit stores, like retail stores. So you're going to have to either get lucky or just buy it online. If I can find a link to it on Amazon, I definitely will put it in the description. But I worry, this video, I don't care so much about the Amazon stuff. I want you guys to go follow Steven Stanton, follow Starlight, retweet the retweets, get the word out, because they're such a good charity, and they're doing a cool thing. They're doing a really, really cool thing. Oh my goodness, it's Raddus. Alright guys, I want to know what you think of this figure. Do you like him? Do you think he's a good figure? I think this is one of the coolest figures ever. I legit love this figure. This has got to be one of my favorite. He does have 5 points of articulation, right? Legs, arms, that's 4, and then his head moves up and down. So he does have 5 points of articulation. Nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. The sculpt is beautiful. He looks right on. Solid figure. I love it. Go out and get yourself one if you can find one. If not, try to get one from Steven Stanton, because it's definitely possible. Definitely possible. To add to that, to show you how much more possible it is, a friend of mine, Ben Lawrence, I've mentioned him a couple times on the channel. He helped me figure out what that mystery lightsaber was a couple months back. But Ben Lawrence actually won as well. I've never actually even met the kid in real life, but we've, you know, we have a lot of same internet friends and whatnot. So that's why I say he's a friend, because we've definitely corresponded online a bunch throughout the last few years. And he was actually someone who won the same thing. So Ben Lawrence got to talk to Steven Stanton about a week or so ago. And then I had my turn too. So it's possible. You guys can do it if you really want to. You just got to follow him on Twitter. Follow Starlight, the charity Starlight, on Twitter. And retweet and just play along. It's a joy to speak to Steven Stanton. Steven, if you get a chance to watch this video, thank you so much for everything. I really, really appreciate it. I hope we can get some more people over to help out with Starlight and get that going. That's it for now. That's all I have to say. If you like it, rate it up. If you don't like it, rate it down. Until next time, guys, may the Force have with you, and goodbye forever.